Stoqua is number 2, Epistola number 3, and number 0 is Boris Minger. The Gales in their alternate home blue have Quentin Gray with the ball. Harry Range now with it, who gives to Cole Silas. Henry Van Herk is number 6, and Luca Silas with the ball right now, number 3. He drives, pulls up, in and out. Loose ball pulled in by Chilton, who hands off to Epistola. GG's in their road gray with the maroon numerals. Epistola for 3 off the back of the rim. And Van Herk clears to Range. Range pulls up. Baby hook won't drop. Chilton tied up by Luca Silas. And possession arrow belongs to the GG's. GG's 3-0 coming into tonight. Wins over Waterloo and Laurier last weekend up at Montpetit Hall, their home court in Ottawa. And then the win last night in Oshawa over Ontario Tech as Epistola drives to the hoop and scores the game's first points. Range. Van Herk went right into the double team and misses the shot. Epistola. Drives again, hangs. This time Lucas Silas makes the block. Quentin Gray. Fade away, that's a tough shot. Van Herk clears the boards and banks it in. Gales tie it at 2. A year ago here at the Arc, the Gales upset the GG's, who were nationally ranked. They've been nationally ranked really every year that James DeRowan has been coaching them since taking over from David DeVero, who's now the head coach at the University of McGill, as Chilton gets tied up, and it will be possession arrow to the Gales. Chilton, a first-year biomedical science student out of Barrie, Ontario. And Minger picks up Gray. And then a steal there by Stoqua off Cole Silas. Feed to Chilton, might have got away with a walk, but puts in the baby hook. GG's back up 2. Cole Silas. Gray's picked up his dribble in the key. Range. Shot clock running down. Drives, kicks it out. Cole Silas for 3. Short. Got his own rebound, but had it stripped from behind by Minger. Epistola drives on Van Herk, tries to kick it out. It's knocked out of bounds by Lucas Silas. The Silas brothers in their first year with the Gales after graduating from LaSalle Secondary School last year, leading LaSalle to the Kingston High School Championship and a silver medal finish at the AAA OFSA. GG's this year will be the host team for the men's U Sport Championships in basketball, which will be hosted in Ottawa. Carleton is the host for the women's. Nice feed inside, but missing the shot was Hamilton, but I think he was fouled by Van Herk. Great pass by Stoqua to Hamilton. Just underway in this one. Hamilton misses the first free throw. Gales come in 3-2 to tonight's action against the GG's, who are 3-0. Hamilton makes 1 of 2. Ottawa up 3. Gales trailed the entire time last night to Carleton. On the shot clock. Gray swiped away by Minger. Another steal by the number 0 for Ottawa. Epistola the other way. Missed the layup trying to draw contact, but Hamilton there to follow, and it's 7-2. And stepping on the sideline was the Gale And another Queens turnover, and much like last night's game started off for Queens, the young Gales seeing the Ravens race out to a big lead, and now the GG's trying to do the same thing. It's what happened to them last year here at the Arc. They just never could get away from the Gales, and eventually the Gales made the comeback as Jazz Baines heated up. Range drives and draws the foul as he tried to pass it out to Cole Silas. It's on Epistola. And in for the first time comes Marlon Cordros Tammy, who leads the conference in field goal percentage. At 6'10", he's made 83.3% of his shots. Epistola goes out, as also in comes Kevin Civil. Range, and that's going to be a foul called on Chilton. He thought he drew on an offensive foul. Gray. Lucas Silas drives, and he gets called for the offensive foul as he used his elbow to shove away Civil. (7-2) Ottawa leads. Almost 4 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Stoqua hounded by Cameron Bett, who's checked in for the Gales. Up to Chilton, who put it too strong off the glass. Bett the other way. Cole Silas has gone to the bench. Hand off to Gray. Gray, no look pass to Range. Range caught under the hoop. Got everybody in the air and made the move. Might have been too long in the key, but got away with it, and the Gales within 3. Civil, cut off by Keefe. Finds Chilton for 3. Got it! Chilton, unable to make the close shots, comes out behind the arc and hits a 3. And Ottawa's up 6. And a foul called on Stoqua here. Chilton comes out after making that 3. And Olivier Cadeau comes in, number 23. For the Gales, Landon Brickenden checks in, along with Connor Keefe, Range, and Lucas Silas to the bench. And Steph Barry still on Harry Range about leaving Chilton for that 3. Well, I got to be with Harry on that one. I didn't think Chilton had that in his game. Gray makes the layup, and the Gales get back to within 4, and that looked like a violation maybe by the Gales as Cadeau caught that pass from Civil. It looked like before he got over the baseline, but one of our officials right there. Nice wraparound pass, and that's why Cordrostami has an 83.3% field goal percentage. Never too far away from the hoop. Back to a 6-point lead for the GGs. Bruno Chan, who's into the game for Queens, number 10. This is Bet number 5. Keefe with a nice catch. Trying to put it up, and does, over Cordrostami. And Gales back to down 12-8. Just past the midway point of the first quarter. Gales will go on the road next weekend to play Western and Windsor next Friday and Saturday night. And here's a foul committed on Civil, and I think he was behind the arc. He was, and he'll go to the line for 3. Chan with the foul, and Epistola returns for Stoqua. Of course, the big hope in the nation's capital, with Ottawa hosting both the men's and women's championships this year in U Sport basketball, is that both Carleton and Ottawa will be competing in the event on both sides. Carleton has the women's host spot, Ottawa the male host spot. So they're both in, and it would mean that Ottawa on the women's side, Carleton on the men's side would have to get automatic bids by either winning or finishing second in the OUA playoffs. And certainly on the men's side, Carleton, the defending national champs, you would think could pull that off. Gray drives after Civil makes 2 of 3 free throws, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by the GGs. But again, good tenacious defense by Ottawa. They're second in the conference in points per game allowed. 64.7 is what they give up a game. Carleton leads the conference. Brickenden goes into Cadeau, got some separation and hit the shot. Civil turns, kicks it out. Minger couldn't handle it cleanly. Now he'll fire a 3. Rolls in and out. And Brickenden gives to Bet. Bet can't get around Civil. Pulls it back out. Feeds Keefe. Keefe squares up on Cordrostami. Kicked out. Brickenden thought about the 3. 10 still on the shot clock. Gray trying to get away from Minger does. Puts up the shot and gets the friendly roll from the rim, and the Gales are within 2. Civil for 3. Got it. Big shot for the GGs to get back up 5. Gray. Cut off and stolen by Epistola. Ahead to Civil. Civil drives, tried to wrap around pass to Epistola, who's able to keep it alive. Civil might have been better off taking the shot, but Ottawa still with possession, and a reach-in foul, foolish one, by Connor Keefe. No, they gave the foul to Bet. Minger comes out as Hamilton returns for Ottawa. Gales down 5 for the Ottawa GGs. Inside, Hamilton takes the contact, can't get it to drop, and Brickenden clears for the Gales. Gray. Gray into the front court. Might have got away with a push on Cadeau. Doesn't hit the shot. Codrostami clears the boards to Civil. Civil pulls up for 3 again. Too strong off the heel of the rim. Gales will push it up the other way. Into the last 2 minutes of quarter number 1. Brickenden pulls up for the long 2 and gets it. Gales within 3. Civil, the second leading scorer on the GGs at 13 points per game, fires another 3. That won't fall. Codrostami had it, couldn't squeeze it. Gales push it up. Chan for 3, that's off. And Hamilton tracks it down to Cadeau. Epistola. 85 seconds and counting left first quarter. Another bad pass, Ottawa, and Epistola just picked up his second foul. Committed the turnover, and then maybe foolishly committed the foul. But will he stay on the floor? Codrostami goes to the bench as Charles Gaba checks into the game for the first time. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Gales. They can tie with a 3. Keefe, baby hook, too strong. Rebound cleared. Epistola playing with 2 personal fouls. Pulls up for the long 2, gets the roll. And just like that, lead back up to 5. Under a minute left first quarter. Cole Silas trying to back down Epistola, maybe pick up his third. Good help defense by Civil. Epistola into the front court on his own, drives around Brickenden and scores. And in the span of 20 seconds, Ottawa goes from up 3 to up 7. Gray. Chan, baseline 3, got it. Bruno Chan closes his deficit to 4. Shot clock off, 14 seconds left in the opening quarter. Ottawa can hold for the last shot. We're under 10 now. Civil. Splits, hangs, won't fall. Loose ball comes to Gray. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Ottawa GGs lead 21-17. We're back with the second quarter after this. You're watching Gales men's basketball on OUA TV.
When kids in need are given the chance to play sports, what you're really equipping us for is life. Support the future of your community. Support Jumpstart. Because we all play for Canada.
Where exceptional student athletes are born. Where records are broken. Where great plays are made. Where school colors ignite passion. Where champions prevail. Where tradition is celebrated. Ontario University Athletics.
Welcome back to the Queen's Athletic and Recreation Center in Kingston, Ontario. Bill Miklas and our entire OUA TV crew. Gales men's basketball. As Queens takes on the third-ranked team in the country, the Ottawa GGs, set to start the second quarter. Ottawa leading 21-17. 5 steals in that first quarter for Ottawa. That's a statistic that they're second in the conference in. Only Guelph makes more, Carleton. Only Carleton steals the ball at a better rate per game, 12 to Ottawa's 11. Lucas Silas back down Epistola, missed the shot, and foul called on the Gales number 22, Nicolai Alabi, who checked in to start the quarter. Gales also committed 6 turnovers in that first quarter. Civil. Epistola, who's still playing with the 2 personal fouls. Cadeau. Epistola, 5 on the shot clock. Gets a pick from Gaba, pulls up for 3 and nails it. Great set with the shot clock going down, and the lead is 7, the biggest of the first half for the visitors. Alabi, Keefe, feeds range, nice catch by Harry, and he puts it in. Harry Range, who comes into tonight 5th in the conference in field goal percentage at 65.5. Ottawa's Kordrastami at 83.3% leads the conference. Knocked out of bounds by the Gales. And Boris Minger checks back in, as does Sean Stoqua. And Cadeau and Civil will go to the bench. Stoqua. Epistola. Epistola pulls up off the heel of the rim, and Hamilton got the rebound, drew a foul. I think it's on range. It is. That's the first on Harry. Harry Range, second on the team in scoring, second on the team in rebounds, and in steals. All-round player is the veteran Harry Range. Epistola pulls up. That hits the front of the rim. Cole Silas to brother Luca, and Luca banks it in. Epistola had to be careful not to pick up his third foul, and back-to-back hoops by the Gales have them back to within 3. Hamilton. Stoqua steps back. Three-pointer off the heel. Hamilton tipped it, but only to the Gales' Alabi. Range. Double team coming. He saw it coming, and Epistola just got his third. Got stuck on Range and then tried to reach. And that will be a big point in this first half. Kodrostami has checked back in, as has Chilton, and Epistola stays in with the 3 personal fouls. So the GG's leading scorer really has to be careful now. Van Herk got Kodrostami in the air, Range, and he traveled. Just a little too quick on his move. Still surprised that the GG's have not brought someone in for Epistola. But James Derone has confidence in his veteran guard. And he's going to let him keep going. Great feed inside to Chilton by Epistola. And it's back to a 5-point Ottawa lead. Range, drives, layup, got it, and the foul. If it's Chilton, it's his third. And that'll be the second GG with 3 personal fouls. Epistola comes out, as does Chilton. Cadeau. No, Epistola's still in there. Chilton goes to the bench. They're now saying that Epistola only has 2 personal fouls. So again, we'll have to see if that is correct, but we won't know until we get the official score sheet at halftime. Turnover by the GG's as Epistola was on the sideline when he slipped. Gales within 2. Chance to tie or take the lead. They haven't led yet this weekend. Range, drive, splits, stripped nicely by Cadeau. Now Stoqua, trapped but found Epistola, who finds Cadeau. And Epistola just pulls it out, clears everybody out of the way, and takes on Alabi. Puts his head down, hangs, and banked it in. Van Herk knocked it out from inside the mesh, so that's goaltending. We all saw that one. And the lead is 4 now. So the Gales have had a couple of possessions here in the second quarter to tie or take the lead. Just haven't been able to do it. Give Ottawa credit with their tough defense. There's a nice move by Lucas Silas. Couldn't finish, and GG's come up. Epistola. Saw the double team. Kodrostami might have forced that one a little bit. Missed it. That's going to hurt that 83.3% average. And there's a charge by Alabi. He just ran over Stoqua. And Ottawa will call a timeout. 6:13 the time left, second quarter. And the number 3 ranked team in the country up 4 on the Gales. Again, a year ago, 2 divisions in the OUA, but with the debut of Ontario Tech into the OUA this season in basketball, there's now 18 teams, and so 3 divisions of 6. Gales are in the East with Carleton, Ottawa, Laurentian, Nipissing, and Ontario Tech. Top team in each division will get a bye to the quarterfinals as you look at some of the first half highlights. The next best second place team gets the 4th bye to the quarterfinals. 5 to 12 as 12 teams make the playoffs. 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, 8 versus 9 will be the preliminary round matchups, and the 4 winners from that then travel to the 4 teams that get the byes. 4 winners out of the quarterfinals go to the top seed remainings gym for the Wilson Cup. Won a year ago by the Ryerson Rams. Cadeau out of the Ottawa timeout. Drives on range. Knocked him down, but did it illegally. And that's the first personal on Cadeau. So again, Epistola still shows that he's got 2 fouls, so that would explain why he's still on the floor. So one of those fouls I thought was charged to him must have got charged to someone else. And he leads all scorers with 11. Cole Silas off a pick from Van Herk. High arcing shot, won't drop. Ball on the floor, tied up. And possession arrow. Belongs to the Gales as they'll clean up the floor a bit. GGs go to Guelph and Algoma next weekend. They won't have a home game till the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd. And Cadeau comes out as Civil returns. And Bruno Chan's going to check back in for the Gales for a Labby. Gray. And he runs right through Stoqua. Another offensive foul on the Gales. Has to be the 3rd or 4th that the GGs have drawn, the 2nd that Stoqua has drawn. As you see right there, he beat Gray to the spot. If you're going to use that off arm, more times than not, you're going to get called for the offensive foul. Civil will bring it up the floor for the GGs, who lead 28-24. Gets it back from Epistola. Drives, kicks it out, almost stolen by Gray. Stoqua, 5 on the clock. Drives, Civil for 3. Got it! Taking contact from Cole Silas. Still hit the 3, and the lead is 7. Gray. Range. Epistola knocks it away. Cole Silas tracks it down. He'll fire up a 3. That's well short. Chan, good hustle to save it, but only to Minger. Gales might need a timeout if there's a bucket scored here. Civil, another 3. Got it! Kevin Civil has 11. Gales call a timeout, and just like that, it's a double-digit lead for the GGs at 10. Back-to-back 3s by the second leading scorer on Ottawa, and Kevin Civil is 3 for 5 from behind the arc. Look at Steph Barry in his 7th year as the head coach of the Gales. Saw this last night against Carleton, seeing it again here first half against Ottawa. His team just gets into a situation where they get into multiple trips down the floor where the offense just seems to be stagnant. And it results in opportunities for their opponent for transition offense, and they take advantage of it. Certainly great teams like top-ranked team in the country and the number 3 ranked team in the country. Carleton last night, Ottawa tonight. There's one of our officials, Caleb Chow. Augie Sokolovic and Farhan Bag are our other referees tonight. So out of the Gales timeout, Cole Silas to the bench. Lucas Silas, his twin brother, comes in. Range. Lucas Silas. Bruno Chan swings to Gray. Range. Knocked away by Minger. Another Ottawa steal. Minger drives. Runs into Chan. They're going to call him for the charge. Don't know about that one. Have to see a replay to see if Chan was inside that semicircle. Minger certainly didn't agree with it, but I have yet to meet a player that gets called for a charge that does agree with it when it's called against them. Lucas Silas lost the handle, got it back. Tried to find Chan, another Ottawa steal. Epistola. We approach the last 4 minutes of the first half. 34-24, a 6-0 run right now. Epistola gets his own rebound. Minger for 3, too strong off the heel, and the Gales come the other way. Been a couple of minutes since Queens has been able to put some points on the board. Keefe, Chan, Gray for 3. Minger got a piece of him. No whistle, and then Stoqua wrestles the ball away from range. Stoqua takes a look, pulls it back out. Epistola. Stoqua with Keefe on him. There's a mismatch somewhere, and they say Stoqua stepped out of bounds. Gigi's thought maybe Stoqua stepped on the baseline because he got helped there by Keefe. The officials didn't see that. Bet has checked in for Lucas Silas. Keefe, nice catch by Chan. Gray for 3. That's off. Keefe keeps it alive but can't keep it in bounds. And it's 3 minutes without a bucket for the Gales. And the GGs wanted to call a timeout. They'll get it next stoppage. Civil kicks it out. Stoqua, Minger, Epistola got bumped by Gray. And he'll go to the line as GGs are in the bonus. Next foul on Ottawa. The Gales will be shooting free throws. And Cole Silas will come back in. That's the second on Quentin Gray. And he'll go to the bench. Epistola hits the first free throw. He's got 12. Civil with 11. 23 of their team's 35 points. 1 of 2. Loose ball. Cordrestami gets it and kicks it out. New 12 seconds on the shot clock for the GGs. Epistola penetrates up high. Cordrestami blocked by Keefe. Good defense by Connor. See if that sparks the Gales. Silas, range for three. Missed it badly, but it's a pass to Keefe, who on the second chance gets fouled. Good hustle by Connor Keefe. See if he can reward himself with some free throws. Gaba and Hamilton are going to check back in for Ottawa. Cordrastami and Epistola will go to the bench. .223 left first half. Keefe hits the first. If he makes this one, the GGs will call a timeout. Leads down to 9, and the GGs will indeed call that timeout. 35-26. Queens trailing. For the Gales, next weekend, next Friday night, they're at Western. Women and men playing 6 and 8. The times of those two games on OUA TV, courtesy of our friends up at the University of Western Ontario. And then Saturday night, 6 and 8 at Windsor, again on OUA TV. For Ottawa, they're at Algoma Friday night, and then Guelph Saturday night. Again, those games for GG's fans will be on OUA TV. As you look at some first half highlights. Congratulations should be extended. University of McMaster Marauders football team defeats Western Ontario in London in the Yates Cup. They'll move on to the Mitchell Bowl at either Calgary or Saskatchewan. Queens women's cross country team are national champions. They win the U Sport cross country championships. And Calgary claims the men's crown in U Sport cross country, as that event was held here in Kingston earlier today on Fort Henry Hill. Range, under 2 minutes left first half. Chan for three, no. Rebound Gaba, and a good strong one. Civil. GG's by 11. Civil feeds Gaba. Gaba blocked from behind by Chan. They're going to say he got him with the body. Brickenden comes in for Chan, who's picked up his second foul. Gaba's on the scoreboard with his first point of the night. 95 seconds left in this first half. 1 of 2 for Gaba. Range. Cut off by Hamilton. Bet for three. In and out. Rebound Keefe. Blocked by Hamilton, and Stoqua will walk it up the floor. 12-point GG lead. Stoqua. Civil for three over range. Got it. How about Kevin Civil? 16 first half points, and the lead is 14 for Ottawa. Check that, 15. Brickenden. Bet. Knocked out of bounds off his leg by Civil. Cadeau back in for Minger. 50 seconds left in the first half. And the GGs showing the tenacious defense that has them at the top of most defensive statistical categories in the OUA in this young regular season. Stoqua for three. Got it. They kill you with defense. Timeout, Gales. It's an 18-point Ottawa lead. And a 16-2 run in the last 4 minutes for Ottawa. And again, it's the problems at the offensive end for Queens that gets them into trouble. They're turning it over. Ottawa's making steals coming down the other way, and they're getting open looks. And their shooters are burying threes, especially Kevin Civil, who is 4 for 7 from behind the arc. .6 seconds left, first half. Gales could go 2 for 1, but they've built themselves quite the mountain to climb. Bet. Range. Brickenden. Bet. Pick from Keefe. Bet. Kicks it out. Range. Open for threes. Brickenden. Off the back of the rim. And the shot clock off with 17 seconds left. GG's will hold for 1. And they could really put a dagger in the heart of the Gales with a bucket here. Civil tried a no-look pass to Hamilton that gets deflected out of bounds by Range. 1.6 seconds left in the half. Hamilton. Cadeau fires the three. Brickenden got a piece of it. Bet's shot at the buzzer wouldn't have counted anyways. But the GGs flashed their great defense and some superb outside shooting. 16-point first half from Kevin Civil. And the number 3 ranked team in the country leads the Gales by 18 at halftime, 44-20.